He does have warm hugs.
Yeah, there's a
oh, and we're live.
No, this is what I do. I told Jimmy, like, I get people. I'm a lot like Howard Stern. I'll get people out of their comfort zone, and all of a sudden they'll say things that get them in trouble. And it's very fun. Don't worry, you're not in trouble. But if we can make sure that like the mics aren't hot when we're talking, because I say crazy things. Yes,
he was. I will say he might not have been doing the best of jobs yesterday. I popped into your guys' show yesterday twice, actually, in between meetings, and I popped in at the best possible times both times. The first time I popped in, I heard from Ken that you were talking about your absence in the space and how you just needed some downtime, and I was like, yeah, like that totally makes sense. Like everyone needs it. But then you went on to say like, I'm like kind of an all or nothing kind of guy. Like if I'm doing this, I need to be doing it all, or I can't just be doing it like half-assed. And I'm the same way. So respect to that. The second time I popped in, well, you guys were coughing a lot. That was fun too.
We like to do that. We like that.
We have an all-star cast today for Media Moguls, which is great. Corey got a little bit tied up. With some business stuff, and the last time actually that we had Miss Teen Crypto on, it was a different time, and he didn't make it either. So I messaged Miss Teen Crypto and I said, "Hey, do you want to like reschedule for next week or a week after?" And I had already actually been talking to Sam. And Miss Team Crypto said, "No, let's just do it. Like, I'll be your co-host, and we can get like Ken on or something." And I was thinking about getting Nathan on, and I had already kind of talked to Sam about coming on. So we have like an all-star cast. If you don't know these people, get in your time machine, go back like I don't know, 4, 5, 6 months and follow them, because you should have been following them for all that time, because they're all awesome. So. Ken, it's been forever. How are you, my friend? I'm happy to see that you're here. I'm glad that you woke up, because I need to bust your balls about your new baby face. It's awesome. It looks great. I love it. How are you, man? I think you're muted.
We still can't hear you.
Yeah, you're totally muted.
Morning problems.
I think he's got to switch his mic over.
Well, Ken, you just move your lips, and we'll get Nathan to superimpose what.
Yeah, I'll translate. So, oh yeah, there you are.
Now you're there. How are you, Ken?
Well, I'm just very tired.
Yeah, I thank you for getting up. We love you for that. We're gonna start doing different time shows primed for the West Coast, which would be perfect timing for you. So yeah.
Yeah, perfect timing for me would be a little bit later than this early.
He's a celebrity, so we need to give him some.
I woke up 20 minutes ago. Okay, I'm here.
I mean, I woke up like 30 minutes ago, so it's dark behind me. So yeah, fair enough.
That's
right. Yeah, my daughter, she makes me go to bed with her. It's really weird. She's just like, she says good night to me, and then if I don't follow, she's 1, by the way. I'm not a weirdo. Like if I don't follow her up the stairs, she gets super angry and like, "Oh, where's Daddy?" and comes down and finds me. Miss Teen Crypto, it's been a hot minute. How are you? It's been maybe a couple weeks or 3 weeks. Are you still kicking it? You're still doing well over there, in the Northeast with the not so heat wave that's going on there?
Yes, sir. I'm doing great. I was actually in the New York Times again for the second time last Sunday for making and selling NFTs. So that's my latest big announcement, and I was really excited about that. I also this is zesty too. So on Monday night at 8 p.m., my auction started on OpenSea for a one-of-one piece done by a 14-year-old artist named Scormelian, and I think he's an up-and-coming artist. I think he's popular throughout Telegram. He's related to Left House and Upland Action News. I'm actually going to be live with them at 4 p.m. Eastern today if you guys want to tune in for that. But really fun, and it's called Zesty Pageant 2021. It's on my website, missteamcrypto.com/NFTs. If you guys want to place a bid, there is already bids going on, so get in there, make it spicy. It ends in 5 days, so give us a bid, hang out. Also, Friday, I have a show going on, Miss Team Crypto show at 4 p.m. going with BitBoy Crypto, which I'm going to announce formally today, which I'm super excited about. And at 12 p.m. Eastern on Friday, I'll also be dropping new NFTs called Golfing Teen. I'll be fired up, man. I'll be fired up. So if you buy both of those NFTs, you'll get an airdrop in 1 week.
Ooh.
Nice. That's what. Like,
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And I am also speaking with USA Today today. USA Today today.
By the way. I wish that you could see how you just did that, by the way. And all the beautiful things that you just said and how professional that was, I just want to applaud you. And you are a superstar, and this is only the beginning. I will say that.
Nathan, I love you. I really do. I miss you so much.
Eventually, the New York Times are going to be bragging about coming on your show. So
For sure. It's gonna be like, we got Oprah. It's gonna be like that kind of a situation.
It was so crazy yesterday. Like, I met the USA Today because I just like hopped on their Twitter space, and they were just talking about crypto and FOMO, and they just kept talking about Gen Z and millennials, and I was like, hello.
Like, hello, I'm right here.
Yeah. And I also wanted to premiere my new Zesty shades on the show. I just thought, since I premiered my original Zesty shades here, I should premiere my second ones here as well.
Absolutely. Those are pretty damn zesty, I will say that.
Thank you, Nathan.
I can almost hear the crab from The Little Mermaid. Under the sea.
I got these from a first birthday party. It was mermaid theme, actually. And that's where I got my diamond hands done, if you guys saw that post.
Yeah, the lobster in The Little Mermaid. Let's talk about that. Because why is a lobster, which is a northeastern coast marine aquatic life form, speaking with a Jamaican accent? What's going on?
I mean, have you ever seen Asians speak in like fluent Spanish? Because there's like Chinese Mexicans, and they look and sound like a glitch in the Matrix.
Yeah, or it could just be like good old fashioned cultural appropriation. That's another option, Jimmy.
Yeah, it was a white guy doing a Jamaican accent as the actor for Sebastian, right? Or what's the crab's name?
That's
Sebastian.
bad. And he's got the same name as our friend Sebastian, so I'm wondering, does that make Sebastian kind of a bad guy?
Oh, it's getting spicy over here.
He would love to be on the show right now because I can't.
Oh, it was played by Samuel E. Wright.
That sounds right.
No, that's a black guy. But it was played by a white guy as well, and his name Emilian. Emilian. Wait.
I think that name makes it okay though.
Yeah, I'm looking. I'm like trying. I thought it was a white guy because he looked white, but now with that name, I'm like maybe he is like an islander.
He's just like Madonna. It's like, what's his name? Chameleonaire?
No, I looked into it more. He's from Poland.
Oh. Well, I mean,
anyway, why are we going this far into it?
Poland is very diverse, Ken.
Yeah.
Poland is well known for its diversity.
Yeah, they stretch to the far ends of the furthest poles. Yeah, it's really bad. Sam, welcome back. You were with us, I guess, last week. People got to know you, and I wanted to bring you on because, like, we actually haven't figured out whether you're a Gen Zer or not. And you're kind of in that area where you could be, but you might not be. And we just wanted to bring you on here so that Miss Crypto could give you the Gen Z test, and we could find out once and for all which generation you belong to.
Oh my god!
What's up?
There's a test. I didn't
know there was a test either, but I guess you're gonna take it.
Yeah, it's like, have you ever heard of Little Yachty? Like that's what it's like. Have you heard of Peso? I don't know.
Have you performed, like, have you done, like, the stinky leg dance?
No, but I know.
Like,
exactly
the whip it, like, have you ever did the whip and nay, like, 4 years ago with your friends? That's how you know you're Gen Z.
Okay.
What is
the technical year range? Like, I'm not familiar.
Isn't it 1997 Gen Z starts to
See, she's
2000?
1996, but she might have been born in a leap year.
7. I am 7.
Oh, so I think, wait, hold on. I think you're
I am
Gen
the
Z.
beginning of 7.
1997 and 2012.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I'm like just the beginning. So yeah.
Welcome.
Woo!
I mean,
Yeah.
not welcome. You've been here forever. Like, you've been here from the start of Gen Z, so good for you.
Yeah,
You
you're
started
born-
It's been
I-
24
like-
years, solid years so far. Yeah.
And you were, and you were the, it was the beginning. I'm curious now to see, like, what happened when you were born. It's like, it's Samantha's here, Gen Z, begin the party.
Did you two start Gen Z? Is that like your thing? I'm very uninformed, so I'm just wondering.
What was that?
It was the dumbest question ever.
We
I asked you-
I didn't hear that.
I was just doing what I always do. I was like, did you guys did you invent Gen Z? And then you're like, what?
Were you also born in 97 or?
I was born in 1987. So just saying, I'm old.
Wow,
You're
you were
not
born the same year as my wife. That's interesting.
Oh, that's cool, Jimmy.
Yeah.
That makes me feel very good. How old are you though, Jimmy?
I'm a bit older than that.
Just say.
Flip those two numbers.
But if you combine the two, it's a good age.
No, I'm saying flip those two numbers.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
65. I'm just
Oh.
kidding.
I'm 65, right?
We can't do math.
I'm
You
65.
can't do math. Everybody knows.
And you all should know Nathan if you're on this channel, because he's here with me every Tuesday, usually for Shallow Dive with Love, and he's fresh off the boat from New York.
Hey, yeah. I've been in the studio, cutting some tracks, some fresh tracks is what they call them. Doing a little rapping, a little singing, and a whole lot of just vibing and having fun in New York. I pretty much stayed in the studio the whole time, so sorry for not seeing people. If you're out there, including you, Miss Teen Crypto, and your dad, I was gonna say hi. Where do you guys stay in New York? What borough are you in?
Brooklyn. Like, I'm not far from you at all. Like,
Right.
where you were, I was actually there. Like, me and Ken went a few months ago. We saw Yoshi in the city and hung out with him at that spot.
Yeah,
It was
it
so
was
cool.
awesome.
We
Right.
like had a time with Yoshi.
Remember
come
that
with-
security guard that like tackled one of your fans? That was Miss Team Crypto. She was just trying to come for a hug. You got her body slammed into the concrete.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
I mean, that's typically what we do to Gen Zers. When they run up, we like to throw a little body slam their way and just see like what they're made of. And if they pop up like real promptly, we know that they're good to go. Like they're tough. They're built tough.
Yeah. So you guys, and you're back in the saddle with Ken now, which is good. You guys are kicking your shows off again, which is great. Hey, Wax. How about Wax? It's on Binance. Ken, did that take long enough for you?
Yeah.
Right?
Unfortunate. I'm just playing around, yeah. Unfortunately, I was right, and not many people listened, but the few that did are very happy, and I'm happy I was patient enough to wait for that inevitable moment, especially since Alien World's Troyum listing, it was only a matter of time. And I was pretty adamant, very public about selling all of my Bitcoin when it was at $50,000 around Christmas. And about 9 months later, Wax went from 3 cents to 43 cents. And Bitcoin just went from 50K down to 30, back up to 50. And yeah, I think, buy the rumor, sell the news. The next news is going to be an even bigger exchange. I think Coinbase or something like that, because these exchanges are all going to fight over, the attention of the trading fees. And, if they see Binance making a few dollars on some Wax, Coinbase and KuCoin, Coinbase and Gemini and all these other exchanges are going to look at Binance and take their lead. So I'm just waiting, the next exchange.
Yeah, I feel a little bit bad for KuCoin because that's how I used to procure my Wax for drops and stuff like that. But at the same time, it's kind of now I don't have to move my shit through Binance like to get to KuCoin, which is kind of nice, right? Like, so it's kind of like, yeah. I mean, I much rather sell like one Binance coin and get waxed than like a bunch of KuCoin coins. Like,
Yeah.
Well, imagine what EOS will do altogether. Just the price of EOS will be attached to that, sort of how we saw Binance coin go crazy while Pancake Swap was developed, and all these different things are going to kind of come out. And I think there's a lot of DeFi stuff in the works. We see Binance doing stuff. Coinbase is probably next, and then after that, I would assume some sort of like, some way to kind of further that and get into DeFi solutions right there.
Exactly. One of the next tokens I've been looking at to pull one of those moves is because like I mean, I'm faithful, right? Like, but I'm not. I'm not like gonna stay with Bitcoin just because she was my first, right? And like just because Wax made me my most doesn't mean I'm gonna keep Wax around. Like I like to see potential in like little bit long term things. Like Wax took a while. Bitcoin I got in at like $400, got out at like 50K. Then I went to Wax, 3 cents, 40 some cents. I'm looking at like things like Splinterlands, Upliftium, all these other like in-game gaming currencies to be that next thing to go from whatever it is at and 1000x return later. Anything that has to do with the video game. So like Splinterlands and Uplift, Alien Worlds. I want to say Our Planet, but we'll see how they get like going again and everything really. But I want gaming. I want it to be gaming. So I want a lot of people to start looking at things that are just games. Like Fortnite V-Bucks are going to be tokenized very soon. Watch.
Yep, I agree. I think a lot of these games aren't going to let NFTs continue without implementing them and trying to be the first, even though they may not be at this point. Like, I know Epic Games is doing something. I know on my live stream yesterday with Scormelian, the 14-year-old artist, we were talking about Epic Games and how they're going to implement NFTs. So it's happening. And I just can't wait until you could use like a weapon from Fortnite in like a completely different game that may not even be Epic Games. So it's going to be exciting. Like hopefully everything's just open source in the future and like we could all just share our weapons and whatnot.
Don't even get me started. Like one of our friends posted something in one of our chats today. It's like, what was it? Sam, I don't know if you saw that. Was it $150,000 Visa spent on like an avatar or something like this? Like that was
it was a crypto punk, 150, right?
Like and Visa, like this is like
grand.
I didn't read the article. I didn't retweet it either. But
you headlined it?
He's like, I'm talking about something I didn't even read. The headlines are all we need.
Hopefully you guys know what's going on.
No. But I did read a different one about metaverses and the amount of money that came in from like from Mark Cuban and right. Professors create shit. They don't.
You should read something. Go ahead.
But like I just think like it's really you mentioned the gaming space. I think as well we're just really getting started like looking at like what Nifty Blocks is doing, now blending different collections together, right? Like I think that's really exciting and really interesting. And I think once we start blending different NFTs from different collections together, then we open up the possibility to have those different game pieces used in different games, right? Like it's weird because my mind goes to weird places, but I'm thinking about that old Monty Python like gag where like they're like, what do you do if someone like attacks you with a banana and they go through the line and then the final guy who's about to hit the master on the head with the banana, the master pulls out a gun and shoots him in the head, and that's like how you defend yourself, right? But I keep thinking about it like, what would I do if I had a gun in Super Mario Brothers? And what would the turtle do when I shot it? Because that all becomes a possibility. That all becomes a possibility with NFTs that can be blended and moved and transversed throughout games, right? Like imagine if you play this one game and you're able to take that gun, blend it with something else and put it into another game. That's really exciting, right? Or, you take that Crypto Kitty and blend it with a Bored Ape and, I don't know, make a Liger. I don't know what happens when you play different animals.
Like imagine like being in Fortnite and in that world and then all of a sudden you have your like weird looking like crazy psychedelic looking horse from Zedron in there And you're just like riding your Zedrun horse in
Right.
Fortnite.
It's not- you get knocked off like the tower in Fortnite, and it's like, what? Why is there a turtle shell beside me?
Oh my god, that's so fun. I don't know if I'd be shooting turtles, Jimmy, but
You've never shot a turtle?
I don't want to shoot a turtle.
Well,
Oh,
you
Listen,
jumped on-
listen, the turtles are in trouble right now.
You
Did
must.
you did you
I'm just
No.
did you ever jump on a turtle?
What?
I've ridden the tortoise.
Wait,
Have you never played Mario Brothers?
oh, I
Oh
thought you were
my
talking
God.
about real
Me too. I was like, oh, this
Hey,
guy's
come on.
about to get canceled.
Jimmy's got dad jokes.
Out here jumping on turtles.
jumping on turtles.
Oh,
It's not good, dude.
No, but seriously,
Not a
like,
good look, Jimmy.
seriously, when I was a kid, this is how old I am. When I was a kid, I remember that I got like my first Nintendo, right? And my first Nintendo came with one cartridge with one game. Well, one cartridge with two games. It was Super Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt, and it came with two controllers and a gun. And I was really ticked that I couldn't use the gun for Super Mario, right? Because like Duck Hunt was kind of a boring game. You just shot the ducks. But like Super Mario, there were so many cooler things that you could shoot, but you couldn't use it, right? And this sounds like a really weird analogy, but that's what I see happening with the future of like in-game NFTs. When we can blend them, when we can take them out of one universe and put them into another universe, I think that's really exciting, right? Like if that cartridge was a blended NFT between ducks and turtles, I'd be able to shoot the turtles. That's all I'm saying.
That's such a good recovery. It's crazy that you just did that.
Yeah.
What kind of verbal jujitsu was that? You just talked yourself out of getting in trouble for talking about shooting turtles. Somehow, man. That was impressive, dude. I respect you.
Jimmy could have been a politician.
Totally. What I meant by
He's
shooting
just like
turtles
fun
was
turtle.
actually, remember Duck Hunt? Like that's creative.
We're talking about hunting ducks too. But
That was
they're
so
all
good.
virtual.
And I don't think
I'm sorry.
I don't think I've ever asked you this. I'm kind of curious your take on Ultra, because like I think that you're a fan of Wax because of Wax. I don't think you're a fan of Wax because of EOS.io. I could be wrong there. Yeah, and I think so. But like Ultra's kind of doing something that's interesting with gaming. Kind of picking up like a new like. I don't know. They're moving too slow for me personally, but I was curious about your thoughts actually.
I have no clue what Ultra's doing.
Okay, sure. They're basically creating like a new gaming platform. Nathan, do you have any thoughts?
No comment.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest. I'll be very honest. At this point right now, where I'm at in crypto with everything I have going on, if I see something coming out with a new this or a new that, it's like there's Xbox, there's PlayStation, and then Soulja Boy comes out with his own gaming console. I'm not fucking with the Soulja Boy gaming console. Or like, you know what I mean? There's going to be a lot of these things that are going to pop up and do things like that are similar to what other things have been doing for years. I'm not, you know what I mean? It's like really hard to impress me. It's like,
so you're on the side of like your bullish is kind of more on the side of like these already established games.
yes, it's the time for legacy and legitimacy to shine. Things that have been grinding for years right now, or even months, whatever. Like it'll be now is the time. Like Splinterlands. That game has been around since 2017. I've been playing it for 4 years. My account's worth over hundreds of thousands of dollars as of now. And it was not that way a few weeks ago. What people need to do is start looking at the things that have been in this space for a long period of time. And if it hasn't had its time to shine, it eventually will. So a lot of things that are very important to me is like legacy. Maybe first to do some things. I don't really know where like Ultra stands or whatever, but I haven't really heard of it. I know we're going to hear of 100,000 new projects in the next 12 months. And what people need to start doing is really looking under the hood of the things that have been around before the bull run. Because right now what we're going to see is the same thing we've seen during the ICO run in 2018. A lot of cash grabby bullshit scams are going to be popping up out of the woodwork with really good developers, really good marketing teams, because that's what they do. So it's going to be really hard for me to like get interested in anything, I barely give a fuck about Bitcoin right now. Like barely.
You mentioned Soldier Boy.
The floor is yours.
Oh, I was gonna say real quick. You mentioned Soldier Boy and how involved he is in this space all of a sudden. I would caution anybody if you can view somebody as sort of like the Gene Simmons of like hip hop, like in the sense that like they've got a lunchbox, they've got a leather jacket. We have like basically every piece of merch that you could possibly imagine to go with this artist. Like that's what Soldier Boy is. So he's gonna have 1,000 offerings in this space probably in the next year. I'm not saying don't get involved, but definitely do your research with that kind of stuff. Any celebrity blockchain related stuff, do your research, because they're just slapping their names on stuff for companies that aren't even successful yet and companies that don't really know what they're doing yet. That's one of the reasons why Uplift is my biggest, like, I see it as like the biggest come up in this space right now. Because if you look at how much has been done in such a short amount of time and the roadmap, and then like everybody we know is involved in it. So,
right. Everybody
I like,
I know. Anyone who's not involved with it, they're no longer part of my life. I got rid of them.
You don't like yeah.
What, Mom, Dad? You don't know about the
I don't talk to my parents anymore because they don't have a property in the Uplift. They don't have any.
Right. Fair enough. I mean, I'm excited, right? Like, I like Miss Teen Crypto genuinely as a person, but like after US Day today and next week and next month, I'm probably just going to start slapping her name on our shit like all over just to get those views,
now
right?
That community plot, Jimmy. Wink, wink. Wink, wink.
Right. Cowie, we need to get this woman a community plot.
Cowie!
She's going on USA Today today. And she's not able to talk about having a community plot today on USA Today, which is really annoying. That's bad for us because imagine if USA Today knew about the Uplift.
You know what she can say? That her bro gave her a plot because nobody else did. I'm just saying. I think I took care of that because y'all were slackers.
Actually, there's been a few, but I know actually. The last show that we had, you got another plot as well from one of our community members, which was great.
I did. I got gifted.
You know what? You're going to get a lot more plots that way.
I mean, I just want Gen Z to have a plot of its own.
Ken's coming in here all righteous. He was like the second person ever to get a plot in the Uplift. He's like,
I know, but at least I did good with it, right?
No,
he definitely did.
You did awesome with it. I mean, it's one of my favorite plots. Just
you blocked out the sun,
right? Yeah, you blocked out the sun.
I mean,
with your beard, nonetheless. I mean,
your beard.
And people are going to be going, Ken doesn't have a beard. What is this thing?
Yeah, right.
And, you're going to have to change everything, bro.
Nah, dude. It'll be back very soon.
All his NFTs have to be removed from the blockchain. Bros is no longer the same. It's just beardless bro.
Dude, seriously, if you want to keep your beard off, just come visit me in Okinawa. There's no way you can legitimately have a beard here. You'll drive yourself insane.
Yeah, if you have a beard there, people run up and set it on fire. It's very dangerous.
It's not people. It's spiders the size of your hands.
Wait, you get beard spiders?
Oh, dude.
No. Get out of here.
Seriously, there's these black widow spiders. I found one in the house yesterday. It was all white. It looked like a skeleton from the Uplift, and it was like
all white black widow spider.
And it was a huntsman spider.
Oh, ooh.
And they're like the size of your hand.
Those are bad.
One ran over my hand. The other, I was sitting on the floor. One ran over my hand, and I'm like, I felt something, and I looked, and there was this giant spider on the wall. It was nuts. It was crazy.
Dude, that might as well be like a cow in your house. That is a giant spider, dude.
Oh my gosh.
That's dangerous.
There was a little bug in my apartment yesterday, and I was yelling at my dad to come in and squish it. I could not imagine. I cannot imagine a spider. I'd cry.
Your dad's just a bug murderer.
He is. No. My dad's fearless, man. Like, he's fearless. Like, the other day in the car, we saw like a little mini spider going around because it's hot out. It's like 90+ degrees. These things are running rampant, and he just like goes like this. to the windshield and crashes it. I'm like, what are you doing?
Oh
No,
my God.
my dad's nuts. But honestly, if it wasn't for him, these bugs would like take over, man. I'm too scared. I'm too scared.
He's protecting the entire borough.
He is.
My missus is pretty good. She just goes to the other side of the room. She doesn't climb up on the table. But yesterday she came and got me, and she's like, "Hey, like there's something in the bathroom." And I'm like, "I think it's a worm." And she's like, "No, it's not a worm. It's moving."
Worm.
It was like a baby snake that was like it was like the size of my finger, and it was like, and it kind of like slithered down the drain, and I was like. I tried to pick it up and it just started slithering, and it was like the size of my finger, and it slithered down the drain. It slithered down the drain, and I'm like, I don't know what to do with this. So I took a cup out of the cupboard and I put the cup over like the hole that it slid down, just so that it can't get back up. And I'm just gonna leave that there for like a week until we go to a new place.
Ah. Are you in Narnia? Like, what the hell?
What is going on?
Like, are you? You have giant spiders the size of your hand. There's cows walking around your place. Maybe I made that part up. There's snakes. What is going on, dude?
Yeah, you just threw the cows in there. I missed that part.
He's got
yeah.
Jurassic Park in there, man.
I mean, if there was a cow in my apartment, I would definitely. I'd be like, "Hey, Nathan, why is there a cow in my apartment?"
Like, I can't celebrate.
Sorry, Jimmy. I wanted to push it over, but I got too tired, so I just left it there.
I'm
put a
outsourcing
rainbow sheep
my
in
cow
there.
tipping to you.
All right.
What would
Cow tipping.
Jimmy, how would you feel about a rainbow sheep from Minecraft in your house? I think that would be zesty. I think it'd be a nice touch.
Only if the rainbow dye is organic and natural.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's like, actually, we have rainbow mice here in Japan. Like, they just crawl over your hands when you're sitting on the floor. You wouldn't believe it, right? Well, you're.
When you pick them up and you throw them out of the and you throw them at the wall, a rainbow explodes out of them.
Oh my God! You know, I don't kill the bugs in my place. I set them free, and it pisses people off. They're like, they're
No,
gonna
me
be
too.
fat.
Me
I
too.
catch them, I set them free.
Me too. I accidentally killed that spider, and I felt really bad about it.
I'll cry, dude. I'll straight up cry. You've seen it on the show. Like, I'll cry over anything.
I'll cry over anything.
I'll definitely
Nathan, no. There's no tears left to cry. Quote
It's true.
Ariana
no
Grande.
tears left to cry. No, I mean, I'll be crying all day from all the spiders that your dad killed.
Oh my gosh.
I just wanted to get
I'll play this back for him later. He's gonna laugh.
So Sam,
He's
welcome
a
to the,
superhero.
Yeah.
welcome to the deep end of insane and crazy. I mean, this is what happens sometimes.
You
on the
invited
show.
us.
No, I love that you're all here. It gives me the ability to not have to worry about anything, which I love.
We keep
And
you safe.
also the reason I love doing Shallow Dive. But I just want to point this out to Sam. Sam, if you want to speak, you have to be pushy. You have to just jump in there with both hands. Give the Macho Man Randy Savage eye to whoever you want to speak to.
Oh yeah,
Right?
that's his voice.
How does it feel to not understand what's going on when people talk about generational stuff? Miss Scene Crypto.
I don't know what he's talking about. That's why it's funny.
Do you know who Pearl Jam is? No,
Right.
you don't, because you're from the wrong generation. Just kidding.
I actually saw I see advertisements for the new one.
That's stupid. Oh, I'm sorry.
Do you know who Pearl Jam is? That's great, bro.
But I feel like that's the best reference I come up with from our childhood.
Yeah, I because I heard it every time my mom didn't want us to bother her and my dad in the room. They'd be like, Pearl Jam. I hate Pearl Jam because of my
Ugh.
mom, bro. It's a traumatic band, bro.
Dude, that guy's really whiny. He's such a crybaby. Man, I shouldn't say anything. I cry every day on live shit.
I loved that. I love that Pearl Jam 10 album. my first computer, I used to play NHL Hockey 94, and I used to come in and I used to listen to the first song, and like I could never score because like I had a joystick and it never worked. And then somehow miraculously by the end of that first song, that one song, I always scored my first goal, and it was great. So I've got an affinity for just that one album. Sorry, Ken, I'm on the opposite side of the fence as you on this one.
It's okay. We can still be friends even if you like Pearl Jam.
Yeah, but I feel like you're old enough to have had sex to Pearl Jam rather than I was so young, all I heard was other people having sex to Pearl Jam.
Oh,
Yo, Jimmy did. Look at his face. Jimmy, you did, didn't you?
Yeah, Pearl Jam was his getter. He was just like, let me turn that on. It works.
I'll tell you. I should tell you my top 3 albums of all time. Anyway, More Cheap is one of them. Who Can You Trust? That's like, dude. Let's get Who Can You Trust? Let's get More Cheap on the show, Nathan.
Okay. I mean, do you have that contact?
No, but I have you, and you have contacts. So let's play with that, right? Like,
Yeah,
Ken knows what I'm talking about. He knows.
I do.
Yeah.
Ken has connections to the rap group Houdini from the 80s. You know that band? Freaks Come Out at Night. 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 You thought I would just stop. You thought I would stop.
What is it? I like the Tyrannosaurus Rex dance, whatever that was.
No, that's the Michael Jackson T-Rex hands.
Yeah, that's the Thriller zombie. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Is that me?
Oh.
Imagine if you just let them on the show. Hi, Mom.
I mean, you let us on the show. We're being crazy.
That's fast.
Sam, do you have any questions or comments you want to throw in here?
I got a bro punk yesterday, so that's a thing.
Ooh,
That's love.
hell yeah.
Thank you.
It was actually my first punk of any type, so that was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's zesty.
Awesome.
It's kind of crazy, and I love it. There's like no theme, like absolutely no theme. There's 6 attributes. It has like the stoned eyes and the pipe, so that's like the most themed part of it. But like everything else is like all over the place. We got like leopard pants, we got like the abstract background, the jester hat, like super weird, awesome things. I love it. It's really cool.
That's awesome.
Hell yeah.
Ken's outfits in real life are just absolutely iconic. Love them.
Do you have a jester hat in real life?
I was gonna say yes, but I don't know if I actually do. And I can't wait for like the next series of these because I feel like they should all be wearing dresses. I've been wearing like sarongs and skirts for like the past 2 months right now. So
right.
Oh my gosh, the rainbow skirt to Green Rabbit premiere. That was fun. That was
Yeah,
great.
you guys. Yeah, how was that, Ken? We heard from Miss Team Crypto the last time she was on the channel. You went out to check out the Green Rabbit launch party. How was that?
the Green Rabbit launch party was amazing. I ended up getting a tattoo on my leg to shout them out. Not really wearing anything under this, so I can't really show you my leg.
That's how we usually do it.
But I did get a tattoo on my leg for the Green Rabbit project. Yeah, dude, the party was a lot of fun. People were really cool. They had what was that food truck they had again?
Ken, In-N-Out. Right?
In-N-Out burger, like right there.
How did you forget?
Because I go in and out, you know, like
You go in and out just like the
consciousness.
burger, man.
I know
So-
Miss Team Crypto was so excited about it because she pressed Crypto Stash's buttons, and now he was depressed because he actually ate a whole burger and he had to work out or something. I think that was the story.
Yeah.
He
No,
broke
that
his
was the
diet.
story. Yep, broke his diet at like 2 a.m. at a burger truck.
I'm
Called
notorious for that.
in and out. Yeah, fair enough.
If you're hanging out with me, you don't have a diet. Like everyone that hangs out with me for the day knows that. Like Miami Crypto Experience, everyone who was with us going to breakfast every morning, I was like, all right, guys, we're going to eat. Later at night, I'm like, we're going to eat. Like,
Can we clip this for when she's not 18 anymore and when she's
Right.
33 with a metabolism as shitty as mine? Because that'd be a great clip. Somebody clip this. Wait like 18 years and then email it to her.
Yeah, I used to love eating too. I used to love it.
Man, you
Now,
guys are just giving me that negative energy right now.
now Papa goes and has pizza. Papa eats cake, shrimp. Everybody knows I love my shrimp. And I'll get on the air the next day.
Hey, did you just say you love eating your shrimp?
I eat shrimp.
No, you don't. You leave it in your car for weeks at a time.
And then I'll eat it. And then I eat it.
He marinates it. It becomes fermented, and it's alcoholic shrimp.
Yeah, it's so good, dude. You get messed up off these little shrimp babies.
Oh my gosh.
No, but yeah, like sometimes Papa will eat a little shrimp pizza ice cream combination, and I'll gain like 10 pounds overnight. I don't know what the problem is. So I can't hang out with anybody in like a food rich area in general. Miami last time I almost died from just eating pizza all the time. Like it's not even a Miami food. Like I don't know what's wrong with me.
Apparently I live. Well, I'm staying now in one of the blue zones of the world, which basically means that it's one of the places in the world that has, the healthiest lifestyle, some of the healthiest food. There's a town just north of me. There's 140, I can't remember now. Anyway, it's a big number of centurions that all live in this one little town. Like they're all like over 100 years old, and there's like a crazy like tens or maybe 100 and something number. And I kind of want to go there, but at the same time, it's like they're like working in fields, and they're like,
you want to go hang out with a village of old people? That sounds so exciting.
But but fair enough. But
that was
they're
mean.
they're all it was super mean. You're supposed to be nice. That's the in your name. But like they're out there like playing sports and like playing baseball and stuff, and it's like I can't keep up to that. Like I'm older than 35. Somebody said it in the comments. I wanted to meet you and hang out with you, Miss Teen Crypto, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do that anymore. If that's your caveat about food.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on.
You're a bad influence, Miss Teen Crypto.
Listen. Okay, so if you come to New York, I assure you, no, your diet will not exist, but you will eat the best food because I eat everything. I love food. I eat way too much, so I know the best spots. Jimmy, you come to New York, you get pizza. You visit a fair somewhere, you get Zeppelis. You go to Little Italy, you get sausage and pepper. You go to Ferrara's Bakery, get a strawberry shortcake or a cheesecake. Listen, there's too many good places. And where Nathan was, there was a brand new Krispy Kreme that has a 24-hour hot window. Listen, there's too many good things not to eat here. And if you're coming here, your diet's out the window, but it will be worth it.
See, it sounds like you have a friend who's an alcoholic, and they want you to go bar crawling with them.
It's food. Food is happiness.
It's like you're gonna have fun, and yeah, it's like slowly killing you.
It's not killing you. It's just a lot of sugar and food. It's just happiness. Food is happiness. Juniors. Someone said Juniors. That's a spot too. Their strawberry shortcake is like strawberry shortcake's my favorite cake. It's like one slice is this big.
I'm coming up to New York in like a week or so to just get food with you and your dad. Like that's how food she is. She's not like let's go do a meetup or let's do like you want to do food, right? Yeah, all the way up.
So yeah, homemade ice cream.
Ooh, I love ice cream.
It's so quick, like 15 minutes quick. Like if you look it up, it's like ice cream in a bag recipe. And you there's like 3 ingredients. It's like half and half. This is where you learn what ice cream is made of. And you're like, oh, that's why it's so fattening. It's like half and half. That's like 1 cup of half and half, sugar and vanilla. And that is like the ingredients of it. And you put it in a bag, and then you put it in a bigger bag with ice in it, and you just shake for like 6 minutes. And then it's ice cream.
Oh, that's awesome.
It tastes great. And you learn that it's ice cream is half and half, or cream, or whatever is the underlying ingredient. So that's pretty crazy, but it tastes amazing, and it's so easy. It's like crazy easy.
That's so amazing. Ice cream is happiness. You eat ice cream, and it's like a part of you feels complete. I don't know. I get ice cream way too much. There's a Carvel near me. It's a little unhealthy, but yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I grew up with the Carvel right around the block.
Oh man, it's hard. It's hard, especially when it's fresh, soft serve on that cone.
Mm-hmm.
Are they the ones that sell Fudgy the Whale?
Yes,
All right, good. I love
and
me
the little
Fudgy the Whale.
crunchies.
Fudgy
They've
the
got
Whale.
they have Fudgy the Whale. They have Cookie Puss. There's another one. There's like 4 of them. They're all bad names. They're all horrible, but they're delicious.
I'm gonna pretend to do my job here for a minute, and I'm gonna shout out one of our blog posts on the Uplift.
Do
'Cause
it.
I think this is cool. There's this guy. I think it's a guy. Anyway, his name is PC Turtle, and he built a tower in the Uplift, and he created this NFT collection. And it was just a bunch of food. He's like a food connoisseur, and he created it, and he said in the interview, he's like, I don't even care if anyone buys it. I just wanted to like have an NFT collection of all the food that I've eaten and all the food that I made and put it out there. And I'm like, that's awesome. Like he's just doing this for him, right? He's not doing it to like to sell it to make money. And I just thought it's just so adorable in a way. Like I just think it's so good. And I was just like, I was like, yeah, that's really cool. He's like, send me send me your wax address and I'll send you like 2 or 3 things. Like, what kind of food do you like? And he sent me this like one thing that he made, like, and I'm just like, man, I so want to eat that. Like, it was really cool.
Ooh.
But like, yeah, like, so that's like my little plug for PC Turtle. He's doing some other really cool stuff too. He's putting up a gallery in the Uplift. But I like it. Like, I want an NFT. I want to pay for my ice cream with an NFT. Like,
Yes.
I'm all money is stupid NFTs, like bad NFTs. It's just a picture on a piece of paper. Like, why can't I just pay for it with a digital piece of paper with a different picture? Like,
I agree. I agree.
Uh,
I mean, wait, to Sir Turtle, when he mints those food NFTs, does he have the recipes to make such food?
I don't know. I don't know.
I feel like that would be a zesty ad. Like, you know, mint the
That's
NFT of the food, and it could be like an NFT cookbook. Ooh, and if it was like fortune cookies where you buy the original like thing and then you get airdropped all different recipes, so that way it could be like a meal plan, and like all the people that have this NFT can all eat the same meals in sync, and maybe like everyone could go on a diet at the same time. Everyone eats junk food for a week at the same time. Everyone's posting their meals that Sir Turtle is minting. I think it would be fun.
You just got to solve fat without having to be there.
Right? Like we
found a way.
We talk about some crazy stuff, some stuff that apparently has like no connection whatsoever at all to, like, you know, the Uplift world or wax or crypto or NFTs. But then this 1 minute, like this 1 minute little, it wasn't even 1 minute, it was like 30-second little thing could revolutionize the food industry forever. That's a freaking brilliant idea, actually. Imagine if every major corporation had an NFT and you bought into that NFT as a restaurant or as a company or even as an individual, and every single week or every single month they dropped you a new NFT with a recipe on it. And the only way, this is my one problem with NFTs, actually. I kind of feel like all NFTs, if you don't own them, should only show you a preview. If we can get that under wraps, then we can like completely blow the ownership model of NFTs out of the water, right? Like, imagine if you had these awesome music videos, which we create in Yoshi Drops, or these awesome, you know, the Ken Bozak animations that sometimes happen, or like Spliffy, for example, those songs that we did for Yoshi Drops. Imagine if you only had a 20-second preview, unless you owned that NFT in your wallet, and you could only watch it if you own that NFT in your wallet. Maybe that's a dumb idea, but I kind of like the idea from a business model kind of perspective, right? Even if you get half of it, or even if you get fragmented, like think about it like Google Books, right? So imagine like that model plus that food model. Like that's the perfect combination for bringing like real world business into crypto and having it be more usable. In my opinion,
I'm not a fan of paywalls, though. I don't like you know, information, education, or entertainment even requiring payment to be digested. You know, if you can't afford this, then you can't look at it. Don't you show your fucking eyes at this because you can't afford to see it. I feel like that's why I love blockchain and art and NFTs is because it loses no value if you can see it, because you don't own it. Screenshot it, right click, download JPEG, share it, show and learn from it or feel something from it, but you take no value from it, from seeing it, from witnessing it, and from learning from it, because you don't own it. You see it, but you don't own it. And I don't know how I would feel if I couldn't look at your NFTs unless I owned it. How would I be able to decide now if I wanted to buy it just based off of a preview or whatever? I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking too far into it.
No, I think it's a valid discussion to have, right? So I get, and to your point, Patreon kind of annoys me because I don't want to have to pay to get information, but yet when it's NFTs, I'm okay with it. I don't know why it works that way. And maybe it's because it doesn't exist yet, right? But I just you're 100% right. Why shouldn't you be able to see it? I'm thinking about it from a business perspective and from a choice perspective that you could do that if you wanted to, right? I'm not saying that I'm right either. So yeah, thanks for that, Ken. Thanks for voicing your opinions as well.
Ken's filled with amazing opinions, and he will straighten you out if you need it, Jim.
I mean, one thing that I could see in that regard, going with that idea, is I know how a lot of people do promo airdrops. I'm thinking maybe you do a promo drop, oh, this new menu coming soon, or this new recipe coming soon, and then you could buy the NFT. But I don't know. I still like the airdrop idea. It's like Blue Apron.
What if we split the difference? What if the quality when you owned it tenfolded as opposed to the quality when you didn't? Would that work for you, Ken?
What do you mean?
What do you mean by quality?
So let's say if anyone can look into a wallet, they can play a little thing on their computer or their phone. They can see the whole NFT, they can see the whole video, they can see the whole animation, they can see the whole picture, but you wouldn't be able to blow it up and put it on a TV, for example, because the pixelation wouldn't be the same definition unless you actually owned it in your wallet. Would that fix the problem for you? So anyone could still watch it, but the only people that could actually play it in their place of business or their restaurant are the people who own it.
Ooh.
This is why we need smell-o-vision, because then we can just use that as the final utility. You can't smell this food until you own this NFT.
Seriously, how many? Seriously, I have to ask, how many times have you tried to scratch and sniff your TV?
I mean, about 6 or 7.
So I mentioned this to Nathan the other day. It used to work back in the 90s when you had a bubble TV. It had all that static and stuff. I feel like the old TVs had something you could smell the commercials coming
You could
off.
smell something. You could at least smell yourself getting mildly electrocuted by the amount of static coming out of that thing. And the other thing, honestly, on some real shit, did I say that? On some real shit.
That was so Gen Z. I love that.
I'm very Gen Z. I'm very young. Some people say I'm the youngest, but I try to be obviously it's
modest.
Not true. But I think from a supply chain perspective, the food thing is a great idea, because if you had a salmonella issue, if there's a recall, you could actually see who has it for real. I mean, who has this item? Whereas now you have to go oh, did I go to this store? They kind of tell you what stores were infected. So from just a supply chain perspective, on the business side, I don't see why they wouldn't want to eventually use NFTs to sell products. I mean, a lot of us do online shopping anyway, so it'd be very easy to kind of plug and play.
Yeah, I saw that comment you had up just a second ago, and stores selling, products as NFTs, I feel like it's going to replace a lot of what we see with gift cards and coupons or whatever those, membership cards. People are going to be able to walk into a pizza store and buy 100 large pizzas at today's price. And as the cost of a large pizza increases over the years, they will be able to redeem their token or NFT for that large pizza for the price they paid for it before it started to increase. Yeah. I have these coins from McDonald's. They had gold coins that they sold for Big Macs, and it was buy a Big Mac today, and tomorrow you can trade this coin in and get it. Even if the price of Big Mac goes up, it's still one coin equals one Big Mac. They're already McDonald's already tried doing this with physical tokens.
Yeah.
It's an inevitable concept to see like Papa John's doing this with their pizza.
I
It's
actually,
not an inventory.
Oh.
I actually never thought about that. Like, I totally, like, as a permaculturalist, like, I thought about the idea that you would be able to, you know, use it as a coupon value or something like that. But actually, like, dude, NFTs are totally a hedge for inflation if you're pre-buying food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really interesting. I think in this way, NFTs can kind of bridge that gap between like virtual and the physical space. Like people are actually then able to invest in like physical.
Worst timing for a freeze ever.
She hardly said anything and this computer froze her up.
Oh no, that's horrible. She was making such a good point too.
Yeah.
Sam, no.
I'm gonna get rid of her.
Oh wait, no, she's back.
Sam.
Oh, Jay,
Try that.
There she is.
Yeah. Okay,
Okay,
continue.
yeah,
Sam.
go off,
I felt
queen.
so bad. I was like, don't get rid of it.
Hello. When did it cut me out?
You were doing really good. We were all like,
Yeah, we were all like, you know, captivated. It was nice.
I mean, you know, it's just my luck. I get cut out right when I'm talking.
No, just start again. It's cool.
Yeah, the floor is yours.
I don't remember what I was saying.
I do that all the
I
time.
just make shit up.
Where I got cut out.
I mean, I just can't wait for stores in general to accept crypto. I know I go to all like the cafes, pizzerias, honestly anywhere I go. I just like hand the owners my card. I'm like, oh, are you the manager? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, okay, accept crypto for your business. And I'm trying to get one of these cafes in my neighborhood. They're new, spicy, and they're just good, and they have quality iced coffee, which is hard to get nowadays. So I was like, you know, how do you feel about accepting crypto? And she's open to it. The owner is open to it. But let's take it a step farther than crypto. You know, like imagine just like getting an NFT, right? And it's like, oh, here's
I heard the
an
word
NFT
crypto.
for a coffee and a croissant.
That is the one
And-
word that I heard.
Ooh.
Oh,
Her
Oh, no.
internet's messing up.
no.
That sucks.
Like imagine having an NFT for like a coffee and a croissant combo, and then like you just walk into the store and say, hey, I have my NFT, I purchased it already, and then like I just
I don't even
burn
think
it
it'll
or
be
transfer it to
that.
them.
I don't even think it'll be that complicated. It'll be probably a lot like the Amazon store. You just walk in, take what you want, and walk out.
Yeah.
That
And
would
then
be
There's no
fun.
standing in line. There's no cash register. There's no opening your wallet or taking your phone out. You just go inside, take the item that you want, and you leave.
Yeah,
It's
and
so-
for the business, it's no inventory. So like your overhead costs go to almost zero in terms of like what you have to keep on the shelves.
Well,
I
I
mean-
mean, for me, it's a little bit crazy because like when I come back stateside and no one's using cash. They're all using cards, right? Like they're all using debit or credit. Japan is still very much a cash-based society, and I'm always thinking like there is zero reason to be using cash other than the fact that like everyone in this country does it, right? But I'm kind of on that side with, you know, tokens. Why are we using tokens when we could be using NFTs? It just doesn't make sense to me, right? Like,
It seems so
Yeah.
stupid and old fashioned.
It's like, you know, people don't even accept credit cards still. I went to a diner in my neighborhood a few days ago. We were talking, like, my dad was wearing a Bitcoin shirt, so of course we got into the conversation. And they weren't really familiar with crypto, but I was like, just start accepting it. Maybe put a QR, and all people have to do is scan and pay you. And they're just like, oh, but we don't accept credit cards. I'm like, skip it. Like, L&B Spumoni Gardens, that's a famous pizzeria. I said the same thing to them. I was like, would you guys be open to accepting crypto? They were like, we don't even accept debit cards. Like, let's do that first. I was like, skip it. You'll save on fees if you use Litecoin or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, there's
Those
like
people don't understand
crypto
that.
first before they could understand NFTs. Like, people don't even understand Bitcoin. So I feel like NFT adoption will happen. I think we're just really early.
Yeah, you need to explain to them that there are countries that completely leapfrog landlines. They never had a landline. They never had a home phone. They've only had cell phones because
Yep.
they skipped the landlines. They weren't installing telephone poles and running wires. By the time that stuff came around to them, they were like, you know what? Skip it. We're just going to do some cell phones.
Yep. And I know my friend I was talking with last week, she actually has family in El Salvador, and she was saying how a lot of people there don't even have bank accounts, and they're not even familiar with the financial system as it is, but they just essentially skipped it all and started using Bitcoin. And the president airdropped $30 of Bitcoin to every citizen. So my friend was telling me that actually skipping all the debit cards and credit cards is actually better for these people. It's actually very easy for them to start transacting and using.
Martin's got some points in the comments over there, and I do agree. It is easier to cook the books, but at the same time, it's just like, why? I mean, I guess you're going to pay a small fee if you're using crypto as well, to whoever the processor is handling it. But it seems like a much better rate to me than like what Visa or MasterCard is taking anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Litecoin is like good for payments. Digibyte, there's even lower fees than Litecoin. So there are probabilities. There are a lot of cryptos that right now we could use, but who knows what the space is going to do in a few months even to, maybe change my mind on that. But as of right now, I think Litecoin is good for payments if you're going to buy a coffee or something like that, or Digibyte, even just because of how fast and how low the fees are. And it's more feasible to do It's more feasible to do that than to take, a debit or credit card. I know a lot of people in the city. I was talking to a photographer. I posted that video a few weeks ago. We were talking about how he had a QR code for Venmo. But if people are paying him $5 for a Polaroid through Venmo, then when he withdraws that, he's probably not going to have like more than $3.50 from that $5. But if he used Litecoin, he would probably have $4.98 of that $5.
I saved $100. So I extended the place that I'm staying at now that I booked through booking.com. And I saved probably close to $100 for like doubling my stay just because I went through the owner instead of the booking.com, right? So like people don't get how expensive fees can rack up. Yeah. I mean, and it's funny to me that like people complain about like 0.5 or 1% fees on NFTs, right? But like even like, somebody mentioned earlier about like KuCoin and Wax. You're paying 30 Wax just to withdraw Wax from KuCoin, right? Like so.
Yep.
Like these exchanges are doing it too. So again, if we can just skip that step and we can just move into like, using, I don't know, I might be wrong on this. I guess there's always going to be fees, but I think that we can, hope for lower fees across the board is all I'm saying. That competitiveness should be a thing, right?
Yeah. I mean, it'll probably be like how we had to, used to have to buy like minutes on your cell phone, or like when there's just like America Online, you'd have to get like the disc with 1,000 hours or whatever. I mean, we'll probably just be converting our currency to another currency or NFTs, just paying for everything. Like Ken said, we'll probably just be buying ahead of time, like 100 pizzas, and just kind of working off that for a while. NFTs are kind of especially like Wax NFTs, for instance. Like this is kind of the big problem solver. You can use these things like instantly. Even, I mean, I've talked to ride sharing companies like Uber, Lyft. Everybody's trying to start using NFTs for rides even.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Blowjob Token.
What can you use that for, Ken?
I was at a strip club the other day and we were pitching it. Me and Jason were on a business meeting. It was completely professional. It was a business meeting. But yeah, I mean, seriously though, we'll be seeing everything tokenized. Like on a joke, yeah, that's funny. But we will probably see like Paperboy token, where you're gonna get your paper delivered because you provide liquidity to some like little kid's shitcoin that he created. Why? Because he doesn't want your dollars. He wants you to provide liquidity to his shitcoin. That's when he'll deliver your paper. And businesses are going to look at this the same way. I think what our planet has kind of like done is shown companies how to handle their loyalty and rewards programs in this new era. I see a lot of people that are going to need to stake their gift cards or whatever the equivalent will be, to earn the things that they're going to use to redeem, the coupons, right? Like all this will be gamified. Everything that we've been doing, for the past, like since society was civilized, will be tokenized.
Period.
Even if people don't know what our planet is and they just tune into that randomly, that still made sense if they think that you're talking about the planet Earth. I loved it. It was great.
Our planet. Oh, it's after 10. How long are we running this? I'm sorry.
No, it's cool. We'll wrap it up soon. I'm late for a meeting, but it's hard to be on time for meetings with the awesome panels like you guys. But here's the thing: like, we're not all gonna stay skinny forever, like Miss Teen Crypto. So
she's not gonna stay skinny forever, bro. Don't you? Yo, I'm telling you.
Ken, I told you, stop putting that energy out there.
I will love you when you're plus 200 pounds. It'll be
that
the
is
same
so
love.
mean. You tell me when I'm gonna double and then some my weight.
You don't think I was under 90 pounds when I was 18? I was skinny as hell too.
I've been over 300 pounds twice.
Listen.
I'm getting there again right now.
I don't like this negative energy. Now I'm gonna have to make sure I work out because now Ken's saying I'm gonna be fat in a few years. I'm gonna be 200 pounds. I'm not liking it.
But there's a solution to this, and this is the beauty of it. Not only can we just not only can we just go in with cash and buy up all the pizzas to battle inflation. Like, we could actually pre-program when those pizzas could be redeemed so that we don't get fat. Smart contracts
we can program that has calories too. We'll program to have like no calories, no carbs. There's this perfect utopian NFT pizza, and everybody wins. No, dude. Like, I wish there was an NFT that I could buy to just lose 30 pounds now, because I'm a chunky boy.
I told you guys the NFT meal plan. Sir Turtle airdrops those, and then we all diet for a week, and then we all eat Krispy Kreme for a week. We'll get an NFT that says "Go to Krispy Kreme." Here's a coupon.
I just want to get my Planet Fitness NFT membership, and every time I do my workout, I get my little Planet Fitness token, and then I can go down to Papa John's and redeem my Planet Fitness tokens for pizza.
Ooh, are we going to start a weight loss challenge today?
No, I don't know, but like
he's gonna work out and eat pizza.
Every totally. Every NFT pizza comes with like a free 5-minute trial at your local gym. I like it.
I can't.
I like you said, it's that 5-minute trial. Like, yep, that's all I need to know if I don't want to go to the gym.
Yeah, I'll sell an NFT to you where if you buy it, I'll yell at you for 30 minutes and try to motivate you to work out.
But seriously, like, it doesn't work, right? Like this 1 hour free trial at a gym motivates no one.
Yeah.
Right? Like if it was like 5 minutes or 10 minutes, if I know I've only got 10 minutes to go into that gym and like, I'm probably not going to get around to the barbells and drop them on my face. Like, I might go in, I might give it a try. But if I got to spend an hour in there with people who are ripped, I'm not going to go to that gym. That's really
I know the trick. The trick is they should put you in a room with like a bunch of angry dogs and be like, try to fight your way out. And then when you just get like torn to shreds, inevitably, they're like, you need to work out, bro. And
it's horrible.
I go to that gym. It's like the Buff It gym. You get Buffett.
Oh, the buffet. I get it.
Oh, the buffet. Yeah, that place.
You're not getting me this time, bro.
You get Buffett, bro.
Oh, God.
Ooh, the Warren Buffett gym. You know that he only spends like $1 a day or something? That's the only reason he's rich.
It's the only reason he's rich. I think I spent, I don't even want to talk about it, dollars a day this year because chasing the non-depressive moments. Just been like spending so much money trying not to be sad and traveling and yeah, dude. Buffett must be like a pretty content dude to not be out there at strip clubs trying to find happiness.
Yeah, he only buys Egg McMuffins.
Yeah, that's right. Bacon Egg McMuffin on a good day when the market's up.
Really?
Yeah, his wife gives him like 40 cents and he goes, no, I'm just kidding. But like something like that. Like he has like an allowance for breakfast. I mean, it's actually like real.
Yeah. So I told you guys why I wasn't going to hang out with Miss Teen Crypto, but this is a reason that I should hang out with Miss Teen Crypto. I'm pretty good. I'm pretty healthy, but like I have a soft spot for sausage egg muffins. This is why I'm getting fat. It's really bad. Like I'm driving to work. I got to deal with a bunch of little shits who are like 14 years old, whose parents call and complain because like I called them a crazy answer thief. True story. I called one of my students an answer thief, and his mom got angry at me.
That's not good, dude.
I'm like, I was basically saying that he was smart.
That kid's in big trouble because life's not going to go good. That's very soft.
I mean, I'm never letting you into my classroom because, like, I got another complaint the first day because I told my students I was a little bit crazy, and another boy's mother called and said you shouldn't say crazy because, like, Japanese people get like freaked out because that's not a good word. And I'm like, I'm an English teacher. God damn it.
They show up, you're wearing like a tank top, and you're like, I want everybody to start with 100 push-ups.
But then Lay's like, dude, you need to chill. You're acting crazy. Oh.
Yeah, you got to do some crazy stuff, man.
Yeah, you have to do something crazy so they call you crazy, and that way it's double jeopardy.
So crazy that they fire you, but they're afraid to stop paying you.
They're scared Jimmy's gonna come back with a full-fledged beard.
Yeah, they gotta be cautious. He's a crazy man.
All right, I do gotta get going. I have another call in 17 minutes. I have to get ready for. I'm so sorry.
No worries. I gotta go.
All right, this was fun.
Crypto, thank you for co-hosting with me today.
Of course,
this was awesome.
This was so much fun.
Let's do this again, like so soon.
We do this all the time.
Yeah, we should do this all the time. Yeah, 100%. I'm glad that you're back in the game, Ken. Nathan, I'll see you. I'll see you next week. Miss Team Crypto. I think we've got. We probably have you scheduled in 2 or 3 weeks because we always do. So you guys all rock. You're some of my favorite people in life that I've never met, but we're gonna rectify that next year.
Yes.
When
at In-N-Out Burger.
We'll swim with dolphins together, Jimmy.
Yes,
we'll swim with dolphins. We'll ride tortoises. We'll make sure that you don't have access to any weaponry around those tortoises. Obviously. I think that we can do a lot of fun things, and I'm excited to meet you. Hopefully, you don't bring any huntsman spiders or like little worm snakes with you.
I'm sitting out there in the middle of like the Florida Bay, and the Coast Guards rescue me, and they're like, "What are you doing? You're sitting in a kayak without a paddle." I'm like, my friend Nathan took the paddle away. I tried to kill a turtle.
That's like shallow dive. Kayak without a paddle, they should call it. But Ken's gotta go. We gotta let him go.
Yeah, we gotta go. We gotta go.
Round of chops from everyone. Hiya.
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 Hiya.